Well, what is up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another TLEV Media video. Today we're going to be talking about all things Halloween Horror Nights 2025 and what you need to do and what is a waste of time for this year's event. Make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel and make sure to let me know how your experience has been on HHN 2025. Halloween Horror Nights 2025 has left so many people speechless and shocked on what is being offered this year. Every fan service is being covered, from TV shows, video games turned to movies, and one of the most gruesome franchises to date. But with that, the crowds have been drawn in. There have been some of the craziest wait times for houses in HHN history, with many of them staying over 4 hours for a couple hours straight. And what's even crazier is that these wait time issues won't change in the future, as Universal Express and Early Entry are selling out at such a rapid pace. Because of this, many fans are left to make the decision of which HHN houses to do and which to skip. Today we're going to go over what I believe is the most important things to do at HHN this year. So without further ado, here we go. Starting off with what you can totally skip this year for HHN is the returning maze Poltergeist. Unfortunately, Poltergeist is one of those houses that really shows its age and why it needed to be left in 2018. This house is filled with something called black walls, which is something that HHN in Hollywood is known for, even though this year's event probably has the least amount. And most of the black walls are located in the Poltergeist house. I would say the best scene in the house is the end when you see all the skeletons and coffins. But this one scene is not worth the usual 40-minute wait time that it usually is at. If this house was not located next to the Terrifier house, it probably would be closer to a 10 to 20-minute wait every time. After waiting hours for a house, you may be disappointed with this one. However, if you've never experienced this house and you're dying to see what it's like, sure, do the wait. But I don't know, maybe just book a stay at the house with a couple of friends. I mean, heck, the Poltergeist house in Simi Valley. Now to me, that's the true terror. Speaking of terror, the terror tram. Now, I do want to give credit to the change that we've seen between this year and last year. Change of IP? No, that's not what I mean. I mean the change of the path with new sets and new scare squares that gives the terror tram a bit of a nice, refreshing update. Other than us seeing Blumhouse return, I really like the Black Phone 2 location with the grabbers skiing on ice. I mean, look at this guy. Whee! And then what they incorporated Insidious with in the Bates Motel, I think that was a great way to use the motel doors. But to me, what is affecting this experience is the long wait times and being moved like cattle throughout the entire path. Unfortunately, you don't get scared most of the time because you're so packed in with everyone else. And don't get me started on the repeating audios in the Black Phone 2 and Exorcist Believer sections.
What you made me do. Look what you made me do.
Oh my god. Oh my god, stop. Stop it. Stop. I would only recommend doing the terror tram if it's a walk-on, but even that is taking a risk, as you'll get stuck amongst people and the line getting back to the drop-off pickup area will be jam-packed as usual. Now, the must-dos of HHN 2025 at Hollywood may be surprising, but I'm also recommending them due to their wait times and the experiences. Of course, you may disagree or agree, but make sure to drop that in the comment sections down below. These three houses have been so strong, scare-wise, and filled with so much detail that they feel new every time you go through them if you're able to go more than once during your trip. Starting off with Scarecrow Music by Slash. My word, if you're looking for a house that keeps you on your toes the whole time, but also makes you want to do a bit of an Irish jig, then look no further. This house is a repeat from the 2019 Scarecrow The Reaping, but with a bit of a slash twist, as he made an entire song for the house that plays throughout. Fun fact, John Murdy, the creative director of HHN, is also singing on the song. When it comes to scares, I gotta give the scare actors so much credit because this house has some of the gnarliest scare squares that have put me on my so many times. Another original that is a must do. Wow, original houses are scary. Imagine that. But another original house you must do is Monstros 3, The Ghosts of Latin America. This house was so incredible, especially the La Llorona section. Story-wise and set details left me speechless and terrified throughout the entire experience, especially seeing the La Llorona puppets. Man, those things are huge.
That's what she said.
Now, this was the last Monstros house, and I think it's a great way to close the book on the Monstros story. So good job, HHN. We then have my personal #1 house of the year, which was shocking for me as I had to do my research for this house. I would also say that this house would go down as an HHN legacy house, and that is WWE Presents The Horror of the Wyatt Six. Now, before you write this one off for not knowing the storyline of the Wyatt Six, you will still have so much fun in this house. Again, scare-wise, this house is incredible. Set-wise, this house is phenomenal. And talk about a house filled with Easter eggs. Yes, the Easter eggs will make more sense to WWE fans, but the fact that experiencing this house more than once feels new every time because you spot something new or get scared in a different way is what makes a house so successful at Halloween Horror Nights. Now let's talk about the big three and how to tackle them. Well, if you have Express, you'll easily be able to do each one. If you have early entry, you'll probably hit each one, but only being successful closer to park closure. But if you have general admission on a weekend,
Godspeed, Spider-Man.
so you may have to do a thing where you pick one of the three. So hopefully this will help. Starting off with the Terrifier house. Now, if you love gore, this is the one for you. But I do want to mention that this house does contain some broken promises. Now, the wet path was talked about a lot this year for the Terrifier house.
And I'm not kidding, you are going to get drenched. I'm talking front row Jurassic Park. I'm not giving you a choice, I'm sorry.
But I want to make something super duper clear. It does not exist for Halloween Horror Nights in Hollywood. You have no choice in Hollywood. You also don't really get wet in the house, so don't waste your money on a poncho. Take what content creators are saying with a grain of salt. You will feel mist and may get hit with squirts of water, but you will be mostly dry after the walk back from the house. But overall, out of the three, this one is probably the most gory. So if you're looking for gore, wait for this one. We also have Five Nights at Freddy's, which out of the three is the most impressive when it comes to sets and characters. They truly brought the movie to life and is a fan-driven house. With so many Easter eggs from the game and movie, the puppets being created by the same company that made the characters for the movie, Universal really brought the movie to life. But a forewarning that this house is on the lesser scary side. It's hard to stay fully immersed when you can easily see the puppeteers and if you're stuck in a conga line for this house, which happens a lot. So I would recommend this house out of the three for those who are Five Nights at Freddy's fans and are looking for something on the lesser scary side. And lastly, the Jason Universe house. I think this house is a great mix of scares, storyline, and effects. I love the original story of content creators going back to Camp Crystal Lake in the present time, because why wouldn't we? And the Jason Voorhees kills are incredible in this house. But my favorite thing was the effects. Seeing Jason Voorhees' mask getting hit by lightning and then Jason jumps out of nowhere is such a cool effect. Or even the pepper ghost effects were shocking because I didn't think I would ever see something like that in an HHN house. Overall, all three of these houses are incredible in their own ways. But the one I recommend out of the three is... What was that? No. I'm not talking about you. But the one I recommend that is worth the 2 to 4 hour wait is the Jason Universe house. But again, these are my opinions, so let me know what you guys think in the comment sections down below, and if you have any other questions about this year's event. Overall, Halloween Horror Nights 2025 will go down in the history books, and money is truly being made, so hopefully we see all of the profit going back into the event for 2026. If you guys enjoyed today's video, make sure to hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, hit that notification bell to be notified every time we post a video. We got social media, it is TLEV Media all across the board. And with all that being said, my name is Mr. E, and I'll see you guys on the next extraordinary adventure.